Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me now, I have Sherman Raschein, and he's the host of Wicked Tine Outdoors, which airs here on Wisconsin's 57 television. I feel like I'm in the presence of a celebrity today.
Well, I don't know anything about that, but
We've been graced with your presence. You're like the hunting master.
I'm trying to be.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Wicked Tine Outdoors is on at Saturdays at 6 a.m. and Sundays at 11:30 a.m.
Correct.
For folks who may not be familiar. And you guys do obviously so much hunting. This is your passion, and it's what your show is all about. What do you hunt?
We hunt kind of anything and everything from bear to, we do a lot of whitetail hunts. I recently just got back from New Mexico on a once-in-a-lifetime oryx hunt.
Wow.
And a mountain lion hunt. So we kind of, I'll hunt anything and everything that I can.
Oh my gosh. And it sounds like a lot of different locations as well. So where do you guys primarily hunt?
We hunt all across the United States, and then we do a lot of hunts in Canada as well. So we're in the Canadian market as well, and doing very well up there. So we're trying to hunt up there as much as possible as well.
Oh my gosh. So really an experienced traveler here over North America, it looks like.
Yeah, put a lot of miles on the last few years.
Absolutely. And how did you get into making this show?
Well, it was kind of a natural progression for me. I started out just kind of videoing myself, and then I've got 4 kids, so I started videoing my kids. I started taking them out hunting, and I kind of got to the point where I have all this footage. I'm like, what's the next step? What do I want to do with this? So 3 years ago, I hired a full-time camera guy and got a production studio to help us out, and it just kind of took off from there.
Wow. And people watching this, I'm sure there's a lot of other hunters out there who they're probably their number one passion, and you're kind of living the dream here.
I am.
Integrating that. And do you have any advice for other hunters who maybe do want to film their hunts, whether it be of their kids and to share those memories, or maybe to do something like you are?
Yeah, I get that. It's probably my number one question that I get on social media. How do you get into it? And the biggest thing is just start taping everything. Video everything. And what I try to tell people is tell your story.
Right.
Everybody has a story, no matter what their background is, and just explain how you're doing it, why it's special to you,
right,
and just create your story. And that's what I'm really trying to tell people, because nowadays everybody's videoing their hunts. So how do you make it different? How do you get noticed? And that's just creating the whole story.
Now, kind of flipping this back on you with all of that in mind, what would you say is your favorite part of making Wicked Tine Outdoors, and why is it so special to you?
For me, it's being able to bring it back and show people. I've been a hunter my whole life, and at the end you'd typically have your one trophy picture. And before cell phones, you'd carry your pictures around, and now I get to go home on the weekend and I get to sit back with my family. I have people call me and, hey, I just watched a show. So being able to just share that experience with people is really what gets me going.
And now, what's the future of Wicked Tine Outdoors?
Well, we're getting into more and more markets. We're expanding across the United States, and like I said, we're doing very well in Canada, but we're trying to get on more stations across the U.S. to get more viewership.
Oh my gosh. So really, a lot of people can watch Wicked Tine Outdoors.
Absolutely.
Wherever you may be, check your local listings.
Yep,
and you can be there.
Find us on social media.
Perfect. And quick before we go as well, I just want to hear from you. You've done so much hunting. I can't even imagine the things you've seen. Talking about mountain lions, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Is there a most memorable hunt for you that you can think of?
Our first season, I was taping my 14-year-old son at the time.
Yeah.
And there was a buck that I had been after for 3 years. And I'm up in the tree videoing my son, and this buck comes in, and he ends up making the shot on him and getting him. And it was the most incredible hunt I've ever been on. And I wasn't even hunting. It's just being there.
And it was your son.
Right. Being there and sharing that with my son is, to this day, still my favorite hunt.
And I think that speaks to a lot of what your show is about as well, the enjoyment, and really as a passion and activity that you can do with the people you care about.
Absolutely.
And I think that's, what a lot of other people can relate to. And quick before we go, again, I just want to give a shout out to when you can watch Saturdays at 6 a.m., Sundays at 11:30 a.m. here on Wisconsin's 57. You guys are on Facebook, you're on Instagram.
Yep.
You can check them out on the web as well.
Absolutely, and YouTube.
Awesome. Again, this is Sherman Raschein. He's with Wicked Tine Outdoors. He's the host of that show. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks
I appreciate it. And thank you to all of our guests today, and thank you for watching. You can find us next time only on Wisconsin's 57 Television.